just sitting like, okay. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. So today we are discussing the remedies which are used mostly for the disasters. So now let me share the screen. Nobody else is here, right? Yeah. So now, so the first and foremost remedy that we discussed for disasters is aconite. And why did we do that? Because aconite takes care of the fear and panic, especially the fear of death and restlessness. Extremely, this is extremely important. And then it will snap the person out of that. You know how some people, when they are so afraid, they get stunned, they cannot function, they cannot think clearly due to extreme degree of fear. So aconite is very, 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 very useful. Secondly, what happens in disasters? Trauma can be very varying degree of trauma. It can be physical trauma, ranging from the effect to the skin, to the muscle, to the bones, to the deeper organs. Anywhere in the body, severe degree of trauma can happen. And the first responder to the trauma is arnica. Arnica is extremely useful and very, very needy remedy, and it is very, very useful remedy, especially the person would say, yes, Miss, yes, Sister Sadia, what did you
Y-
want to say?
Yes, I have a question because always there are two names for any drug like Arnica Montana, and I don't know about the second name for Iconite. So, uh, is it the
Aconite
only one
napellus.
thing? Okay,
Yes.
so
So we
so
give the first aspect of the name,
and there
Ignatia
are no
amara.
variations like
No, no, these are
Iconite
not the
something else.
variations. No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
This is one. Aconite
Hmm.
napellus is the full name.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're giving the first part of the name because Aconite, Naples, Arnica, Montana, Ignatia, Amara. So we are just giving the first part because it is most, you know what we are doing over here. Even when I was doing in my class for the homeopathy, we were not, when we were discussing, when we discuss Aconite, we just say Aconite. We do not say
Mhm.
Aconite. We do not take the full name.
Okay, okay. I was confused because there are many names related to Iconite. Many last names. That's why I was concerned. So Econite, Nepolis is only one. Barakallah Fik.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, arnica, you have to remember arnica because whenever there is a bump, there's a pain, there's swelling, and there's any swelling, you never know during the disaster how deep the injury. Maybe the bone is broken, maybe the ligament is broken, maybe there's a bleeding in the muscle, maybe there's deep bleeding inside, maybe there's intracranial bleeding. You know, this arnica can save life. Keep 1 m of it, and especially the person who say, I'm fine. Arnica, if you don't have arnica to give in the mouth, if the person is unconscious, what you can do is, the other day I was you can apply it on the skin. Okay, it can be absorbed. It can be absorbed from the skin, but not as fast. You know, skin, we all know that skin is thick. The muscle, it has to go to the blood to go to the brain or to go to the pain where the injury is, right? We all know that we are not, sometimes we are not able to apply the remedy directly over the injury. And the remedy has to be absorbed into the blood and get to the point of where the injured area is to help. So, and absorption would be greater from inside the mouth. But worse come worse, you can apply it on the skin. It does help. I There was this one patient. She was in coma for a long, long period of time, and I was consulting a doctor, a homeopath and allopath, and in his he's practicing for more than 25 years, and his father is practicing for more than 50 years. So he's born in this homeopathy, allopathy environment. And he said, I said, Dr. Saab, the patient is unconscious. He's and should we apply with the swab in the mouth? He says, no, you don't have to do that. Just apply it on the skin. Worst come worst, apply it on the skin. Rub it on the skin. And what you can do is you can pour the liquid on the skin and rub it. Okay. So, arnica. Then again, sister, everybody goes through, everybody means most of us, we lose our loved ones, right? Child, spouse, other family, very close family member, friends, very close friends, if not our elders, or so when somebody is hurt really badly, and then they have this sobbing, they want to suppress this crying because some people are too, they have, I'm not saying ego, bad ego, they have ego in a way that they don't want people to see them crying. That is why some people, they are putting on these black goggles, etc. Going without going in details, when they sob, they sob, and if there is a something stuck in the throat and they cannot speak, so Ignatia Amara, Ignatia, it will help the people to move with move on, not on along, but move with the people around them. It will not let them lose themselves, their emotional aspect and mental. I was reading about this, maybe I have mentioned last time, I'm not sure if I mentioned to you guys, that there was this one story about this lady who lost her husband. And she lost her husband, and her husband was a very good person for the community, for the family. It was a big loss, and he was not very old. He was like a middle age with the teenage children. And the wife was, of course, in shock. And then in within a week, that lady, the wife of that doctor, uh, lost her father. So, Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. It was such a big shock that she could not cry, she could not talk, she could not sleep. She was totally stunned. So, what was the remedy? They gave her Ignatia 1 m 3 times a day. Within 2 days, she was able to go to sleep and cry. So, it means there was a release of emotions. Ignatia Amara can save lives. Otherwise, people can go, it's a very big emotional shock. They can have lot of emotional trauma, and it can go in very, very uh, severe aspects of uh, neuropsychiatric disorders. Very important remedy, Ignatia. Okay, if I'm talking too much, if you want to look at the pictures, I'll show you pictures in a minute in the book. The other two remedies are hypericum and cocculus. Hypericum is very useful remedy, sister, especially, I don't know if somebody have seen anybody jamming their fingers in the car door or under something, or hitting something, a nail with in the fingers. Fingers are very sensitive, extremely sensitive part of the body, extremely. The face is very extremely sensitive part of the body, so anywhere where it is, there is a lot of nerves, and it's extremely painful due to hitting of pointy subject. Hypericum next to, if arnica is not able to take care because it's very pointed object, it is second only after arnica for injury. Hypericum. Cocculus. Why cocculus? Cocculus is really very, very useful. And cocculus is useful especially for people in which they start trembling. It's again after aconite. After aconite, cocculus would be, especially they start vomiting and trembling, and it's used. Stramonium after aconite, if the person cannot go to sleep, especially they get night terrors, they have violent behavior, they start screaming, yelling, throwing things. Stramonium. Stramonium is a remedy. Okay, I have to say this remedy and then I'll show you the pictures. Carbo vegetabilis. Carbo vegetabilis is the corpse reviver. Corpse reviver. If somebody is vomiting, has nausea, or if not, they have like their hands and feet are cold, they are sweating, and they're turning blue. Give carbo vegetabilis. It is used for collapsed cold state. Okay, especially when you have to say, "Hey, get up, put some air, give some air to the person." Carbo vegetables. Let me show you in a minute the pictures of these remedies, and then we'll. Aura metallicum brings a person back from deep depression, very, very deep depression, especially in the people who are very hardworking, very studious, very fastidious, and they get everyone to the safety, but they cannot save themselves because they get so tired, and if they lose even one person, they believe that they have lost everything. They are perfectionist. Okay, so let me show you the pictures. So the other day we saw the first one was aconite, right? Remember? Is Sister Umama here? No?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, inshallah. So I remember aconite, there, Sister Sadia, aconite napellus. The full name is aconite napellus, and the other also name is monk's hood. It is coming from this flower. Okay. So what is aconite? Aconite is
I cannot see the name and the flower.
uh
There is just
oh,
autumn
sorry.
last.
Let me see. Let me share again. Let me share. Now,
Yes, yes.
okay. So this is aconite napellus. Monk's hood is the other name, and this is coming from this flower. And it's accompanied by this is pain, the extreme degree of fear. Fear, extreme degree of fear. Face turns pale. Acute aconite state can be like panic. So if somebody is going through panic, it is also very useful. The people who cannot travel through the aeroplanes because they have severe panic of death, that they're going to crash, the airplane is going to crash and they'll die. High dose of aconite will help them. 10 m will help them. I have seen so very, very acute state of panic. Okay, they want to have strong desire for cold drinks. So aconite ailments from fright. See, and other more the strong they cannot sleep. They're a very, very strong fear of death, and they will say, "I will die. Please get me the documents," and they're just fear. They are claustrophobic, and they're also afraid to be alone in bigger spaces by themselves. So fear is the main ailments. They also have other, but this is fear. Okay. So fear is, and disasters have fear. Okay. Aconite napellus, and now is Arnica montana. Again, its flower is coming from the plant. It's also called leopard's bane. The other one was called monk's hood, remember? So these are the names. So arnica is for injuries. Arnica montana for the injuries. Following acute trauma. They don't want anybody to come touch them. Guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. They'll be severely injured, but they say, I am fine. I'm okay. And even if they are drowsy, means they are not able to get up fully, they will answer correctly to the doctor. And then they will again doze off. So they will not be delirious. Means they will be aware but they are too sick to come back to the consciousness. And they will feel the pain. They are like, remember I said they will feel the pain, very severe pain. The upper body would be hot and the lower body would be cold. Okay. Uh, okay, they'll have the dental treatment. If they're going for the dental treatment, there's bleeding, it will help. After surgery, if there's bleeding, after childbirth, if there's bleeding, it will help. And it is very useful for stroke. Remember the redness of the upper body? It's very, very useful for the stroke. And it is very useful for the people, for the women when they deliver. Okay, arsenicum album is also a remedy which is extremely useful for acute gastroenteritis due to cholera or other ailments. Acute, we also already talked about that it is very useful for acute gastroenteritis. It also has fears, but if you look at this one, you will not be able to see, but extreme degree of vomiting and diarrhea in epidemics, arsenic album is used. So the other remedy, okay. What was the other remedy we talked about was aconite, arnica,
Ignatia.
ignatia. Yeah.
Ignatia.
Okay. Ignatia is also called Saint Ignatius bean. Again, it is a plant. Okay? It's a bean. Ignatia is the remedy of contradictions again. So, see, the ailments from death of loved ones, disappointed love. When you have a problem, emotional problem due to loss of your loved one, this is used. And it is also has jealousy, often without cause and exaggerated. I mean, but the moods, it's emotional remedy. It helps with the moods, okay? Grief and moods. Frequently, they will say this would be, okay. So this is Ignatia. Anyone has any question about Ignatia? Okay. Then we discussed was Hypericum.
To understand the big reset, you need to look at the average personal savings group.
Okay. Hypericum. I think they don't have Hypericum over here in the book.
I think
Cocculus?
some sisters might not mute.
Yeah.
So, Nima. Oh, barakallah.
Okay. So we don't have Cocculus. We don't have Hypericum. See, over here, we don't have all of these remedies. Brainia, we don't have Cocculus. They don't have this in this book. And we don't have Hypericum also, but I told you Hypericum is for the CH is only hyoscyamus. And we have Stramonium. So let's look at Stramonium. It is also a plant remedy.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister
Why?
Nashata, can I ask
Yes,
you a
yes.
question? Okay, where we can get this book? Because I'm trying to write as much I can, but
This
I
is
can't.
you can buy it online, but I got this also from online.
Okay, can you write the name of the book and the author, please?
Yes, I will send you the name of the book and the author in the in the homeopathic class.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam. So stramonium, I'm not sure whether they have it over here. They should, but let me see. Stocks. Okay. Sepia, yeah, this is sepia. Silica and stramonium. There. Why was not coming? Okay, so stramonium, I have given this remedy to quite a few people, and it depends on, again, stramonium is again a plant remedy. It's also called thorn apple, and and this is especially, sometimes a person will not say that they are afraid because the fear is very deep, and they will see the nightmares, and they will get up and they will scream at the night, and they are so scared of dark that they will not sleep with the light off. They will sleep with some light on. Okay, so they'll be too scared about, and they are scared, they want the safety. See, they are too scared. They're scared about at night. They're scared from the dogs and they're also scared in conditions. There was this one doctor, he had a secretary who was so scared of dogs, even the small puppies she was scared about. So it was the fear in itself. And due to this fear, they become violent. Have you seen? They become violent when they are afraid. They're very, very afraid of dark. See, and then they will see these dreams. And they're also afraid of water. They don't want to, they don't they don't want to take baths. They don't want to go to school. They'll cling to their mothers. Okay. So this is fear, the extreme degree of fear, but not obvious, it's hidden. And they will have the cramps on the body also. Okay, so this is what I have regarding the acute problems. Okay, then anybody has any question? I just want to
I'm
share one.
thinking, yeah, I'm thinking even I need all the medicine. I think like this because everything, something is there in everyone, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, fear and all the factors are there in everyone, in like when they are praying, when they are having nightmares. So, can we get, on our own if we think that, oh, we need this
No,
stramonium?
sister, don't do that. This is not
Okay.
appropriate way to, because
Okay.
you cannot self-treat.
Mhm.
Sometimes there is an aggravation of the remedy that you're taking, and this is important. We don't need to self-treat, because then if there is a fear, little bit of fear, we can just start taking one remedy to another. No, this is not advisable. And that is why I'm giving you this information, is for information purpose, because sometimes you don't see. Yes, Sister Hamda, you have question?
Yeah, I want to ask about fear from public speaking. Is this remedies is useful?
Okay. Public speaking and fear is a little bit needs more information. So when the public speaking, what happens to the person who is speaking in public? Do the hands that
Sweating.
start shaking?
Yeah.
There are other remedies.
Heart beating. And
Huh?
hypercardia is there.
No,
Hypocardia.
it varies from person to person.
Yes.
Some people, they feel lethargic and they feel like they're going to fall down.
Yeah.
They feel
Tachycardia,
like they're going
sweating.
to just fall. It's everybody, it varies. Or
Yeah.
some people, they have palpitation and sweating, but other people, they feel lethargic and they feel like their legs are going to give way. You understand what I'm saying, Sister Hamda?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not able to stand because they
Yeah.
cannot stand in front of people, and they cannot even speak in front of people.
Yeah. It is very
Yeah.
from one to other.
Yeah, and in other cases, there is the heart start beating and then they are huffing and puffing. So there are other remedies which are useful for public speaking, but you have to take the whole picture, and gelsemium is one of them. Okay, we haven't talked about that remedy so far. It's used for many things, but gelsemium. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay, so let me say this a little bit about this case and then we'll finish. And if you have any question, we can take it and then we'll finish the class. This was again a miracle of healing in Haiti. This is a earthquake aftermath again in Haiti. This is from Homeopath Without Borders. They're talking about this case of a small child who was brought to them. He was handicapped. The child was handicapped. They named him Angel. He was injured and he was in the wheelchair and he had multiple wounds on his body, and then those wounds were infected, and then they had small, bugs infested with the, and the mother was so scared to see all the situation, she could not handle, and she left the baby because she thought that the baby is demonized. Okay, so she left the baby to the church or whoever, and she could not handle mentally, emotionally. Poor soul, she needed sepia, but we were not there. So this is a long story about the angel, the child, and it was given that the mom left, and the angel had been hospitalized for a month for chronic sores, bed sores. Okay, bed sores, foul smelling discharge from the bed sores, which was coming out like greatly, and nobody wanted to be around. So what they did was that so they took the history of the patient. I'm not going to, you can read it. I will send you this. So what is, this is Sadia, this is what we do in the reparatization. We reparatize means we take the symptoms of the patient these are the physical symptoms. See, abscess or the sores in the body are physical symptoms. And what was the mental emotional? The baby was quiet. He was sitting there, not crying, fussing. He was quiet. He wouldn't speak. He will not show any emotion. And he would be just sitting there with these abscess separating wounds, which are very bad on his body, and his delicate mind, and his quiet. Very bad odor coming. So what was the remedy in this? Was silica. And it was advised that give him 200 C of silica, just one dose. And in cases, you can repeat once a week. There were other remedies like lachesis and mercuris, which are also useful for this situation, especially due to his bad wounds and his timid or mild nature. But calcarea, carb, and pulsatilla were also closer. But based on his whole picture, which was in abscesses, quite timid nature, and suppurating wounds which are not healing properly and slowly, he was given silica remedy. And he was also thought about, remember, his mother thought that he is possessed, because that's why she left him. So he was given silica and he improved. He he started getting better, and he improved. He never needed any other remedy either, or the hospital stay. And was happy to report Angel always stops at the clinic to say hi to the homeopath without Borders team and continues to do well. So silica. So let's look at silica in the book for the last time. And can you see the book, right? Everybody can see the book?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. This is Stephus. There's silica. This is silica. Silica. No internal support system. They are delicate and mild people. Today I will find a $50. They are very delicate and mild. They have the tendency to form abscesses. Okay. Yeah, lack of vital heat, cold aggravates acute and chronic middle ear infections. Abscesses, whenever there are abscess or chronic inflammations, you have to give silica. Silica is for chronic abscesses. This is also used, very, very important, for sinusitis and other abscesses. But this is silica. And the person is very, very mild. So this is what I have for you guys today. Anyone has any question? And what do you want to discuss next time?
Those easy homeopathy, Arnica, Econite, Nux, Bryonia, Belladonna, Ignitia. I don't remember the two names.
Okay, the easy homeopathy is